China initially denied that these camps existed, but now insists they are just schools built to combat the rise of violent Islamist extremism through job training and language lessons. Last year, our China correspondent John Sudworth exposed the rapid development of these secure facilities in Xinjiang. Now, despite access being tightly controlled and the itinerary set by the government, he's been allowed inside, where he has uncovered important evidence about the system and the conditions for those inside.
China used to deny it was holding hundreds of thousands of Muslims in giant secure facilities like this one. But now we're being given a tour. The message: these people are not prisoners, but students, willingly subjecting themselves to a kind of brainwashing. Is it your choice to be here?
Yes, I was affected by extremism. I've come here to transform my thoughts.
Government officials watch over every interview. This is how Xinjiang's Muslims, the Uyghurs, the Kazakhs and other minorities have their thoughts transformed. Rote learning Chinese and laws restricting religious practice, and replacing loyalty to faith or culture with something else. I love the Communist Party of China, this man has written. It doesn't a place where people have to stay until you allow them to leave sound more like a prison, even if it's a prison in which you can do some art?
I don't know what you mean by prison. This is indeed a training center.
Over the past few years, a vast network of camps has been built across Xinjiang. But in the places we're being taken to, internal security fencing and what look like watchtowers have recently been taken down. And exercise yards have been transformed into sports facilities, raising the suspicion that these are merely show camps. Rakima Senbei, who now lives in Kazakhstan, tells me she was detained just for having WhatsApp on her phone, experiencing violence and mistreatment over more than a year in a number of Chinese camps, including this one. Places, she says, where displays of happiness are reserved for visiting officials or journalists.
I experienced it myself. We were told ahead of the visits, if any of you speak out, you'll go to a worse place than this. That's why everyone does what they're told, including dancing and singing.
What, one wonders, might these people have been told by the officials ahead of our visit? They've been convicted of no crime, faced no trial, but China now believes it can determine their guilt in advance.
Some people, before they commit murder, already show they are capable of it. Should we wait for them to commit a crime or prevent it from happening?
There's a lot of testimony, we have some ourselves, from people who've been through the system, who describe torture, overcrowding, separation from families.
These aren't important issues. The main thing is taking a person on the edge of crime and returning them to normal society.
These, then, are pre-criminals, wearing uniforms and sleeping up to 10 a room with a shared toilet and no idea how many months or years they'll have to stay. We try to film other camps with their watchtowers and barbed wire still in place. The giant facilities look much less like schools, and we're much less welcome. We return after dark and listen as the sound of thoughts being transformed echoes late into the night. John Sudworth, BBC News, Xinjiang.
And we can